Welcome in, renegades. Now, what the heck? Okay, first off, this has been the craziest weekend of my life. Um, so I lost a lot of money. I bet with basically all of my ICP that I had, and then all of my CKB. So let me just paint a picture, because I turned the biggest loss of my life into the biggest gain that I've ever had. So I'm gonna interact with you guys here in the chat. What is up? Okay, so we are doing good, guys. So I've always believed in ICP. This crash, I lost everything. So I bet on my last little bit of ICP. I think I had like 200 left, and I was like, okay, we're at like 430. This is the bull market. We're gonna blast off. Like I'm gonna make the most money I ever made in my life. So I started trading big leverage trading, bigger than I ever had. One time I did it with a full Ethereum, but that was back in the last bull market, right? So everybody's losing money. I'm sorry if you guys lost money, and I'm not trying to brag or anything here, but I turned the biggest loss because I'm a trader. Like I capitalized on everything, and I was at work while I did it. So, uh, bro, okay. So I was betting pretty big in leverage because honestly, I didn't make as much money in ICP as I thought I was gonna. I really bet on ICP. Like I went balls deep in the ICP, and I believe, and I still do. Don't get me wrong. And that's why I do what I do. But so I really believe we were gonna go to like 50, 150 bucks. Like I really thought that in every part of me. The technology is the best I've ever seen in my life. The community is smart. The ecosystem projects are top tier. Like I follow all the ecos, and I do a lot of research, even at work. Like we have limited access. Um, so essentially, I put in like I think $1,000. It was the last ICP that I could use as liquid ICP. And so I was like, because I had a lot of things happen this year, like having to pay rent with ICP when I wasn't working. I had to buy a new car. Thank the community for helping me with that, but I did have to spend a couple $1,000s worth of ICP at low prices. And so I was trying to think, how am I going to get more ICP? Because I know we're still going to go to like 21, maybe 50 bucks. Like I still have faith that we're going to do that, right? Because especially Caffeine AI, and they're going to start marketing with Definity pretty soon. So I still definitely believe in that. So I lost that though. We saw that crash. I was watching it at work. I'd been watching because I've been in a trade. I made, a nice little chunk. I was winning every time because ICP at those low levels, be smart. Let's make money. We're traders. We do what we do. And so I ended up putting it in. I see that whole market crash. I didn't even see that at that time because I posted what the F just happened. Because I was in a leverage trade, and for some reason at work I looked right when ICP was at 188. I lost everything I had there because I had buy orders going down. And so they liquidated everything of mine. Everything. I lost everything. I literally had 100,000 CKB left. That was it. That's all the crypto, and I'm at work. And so I'm like, dude, I can't freaking lose. And I'm a team lead, so I can have my phone because I'm trusted more. So I was able to have my phone at my desk. And while I'm on a call talking to somebody, I'm executing this transfer of my last 100,000 CKB over to MEXC. I'm like, dude, what do I have to lose at this point? ICP is at $1.88. Like, and by the time I got there, it was like 229. Put in a bunch of trades. Turned $167. That's all I had at the time. It was 167 bucks worth of CKB. And I ended up selling that, leverage trading on ICP. Got in at 229, made like some money, made money again, got out, made money again, all the way up. And then I lost like 200 bucks, ended up with like 500 bucks at 270. Put 300 in. It went up to like 320. I put the other rest of my money in there. And then it just kept going up. And so I turned that $167 into 2,800 bucks because I didn't give up. So with the Caffeine AI alpha launch coming soon where anybody can have the code, if you look at Met AI, if you guys are watching crypto, there's some good stuff happening with AI. So, and with the integration of Fetch.ai into the ICP ecosystem, even deeper than it has been, this is great. And I was able to buy 600, I bought 300, and then I bought all ICP. That's what I ended up doing with the USDT. So I have 607 ICP now, and I have 100,000 CKB again. And so, yeah, it worked out pretty well. I'm sorry if a lot of people lost money, but so did I. And I turned my loss into a victory, because I don't give up. Like, if that's all I have left and I'm not going to make any money, then we're risking it. I believe in ICP. I believe that was a flash crash and I caught it. I didn't get it at 188, but I rode it all the way up. So, guys, ICP, I still think so. I'm gonna leverage trade again. I took $2,600. I left 200 on the exchange, and I'm gonna trade with that. And we're gonna see if we can't turn that other 200 into more. But I wanted to tell that story. Okay, so we also have a post from Dominic Williams saying that we are going to be launching the alpha of Caffeine AI pretty soon. So if you guys don't know, Solstice is hey. What's up, Solstice? So it's good to see everybody. What we are gonna do is look at the next things that are happening. I want to show you these trades first, though, because I like this is my MEXC profile. What's going on here? Oh, okay, there we go. So I just want to show you these trades. Now that I told you, now I'm gonna show you. Like I have all this stuff from my MEXC 400, and this is the biggest trade of my life. And I wish I had more money. I could have made millions of dollars on this if I had more money. But we made 400, just a little 444%. I think I paid like 30, 40 bucks in fees on that one. So then I bought ICP at 372, even though we're at 367 right now ish. And then I bought more after that. So I still think, even with the FOMC, I still think ICP is going up. And this is what I started with. Got my 100K CKB back because I didn't want to do that. But I'm a degen, bro. You ain't taking all my stuff without me fighting for it, at least. I'm fighting for what I got out here, and we winning. So, yep, look at that, 2330. So I turned 167 into the 500, all the way up, and I lost 240 of it. So I had 700 and something, lost that. And then I put 300 and then another 200 in, and then we made 2,300 bucks off of that trade. And then I'll show you some of the trades. See, that's the one I lost. Put in at 286. It did liquidate me. Lost that one because I think I didn't mean to get into I don't know what happened there, to be honest with you, but we just took a quick loss. And then we just made money all the way up. I literally traded with my last little bit of money that I had. Got it 85, a 49, and these were just quick trades. I got in and out while I was at my desk at work. Got that 500, and then we stayed for a few days, and we made 2,300 bucks. So, and this trade was literally within 23 minutes. I was only in this trade for 23 minutes, made 240. I was in this trade for literally not even a minute. I made $126 in less than a minute. I was watching this as it happened, and I got the money over there, and I was able to make that, guys. But there's big things happening. That's why. We saw all crypto dump, and now we back. It's time to come back. That was a scam, though. Look at Binance. BNB didn't dump at all. So to me, hold on. We need to talk about this just for in 1 second. We got some news, and then we'll look at the charts real quick. But okay, hold on. So BNB, Now, I'm a technical analyst. That's why I'm able to execute, some good trades. I told you when ICP went from $3 to $21. Like I called every price target exactly. Now, when there's market manipulation, my TA doesn't work. And if you know TA, you know that's true. But my TA is spot on, and we're making money in this channel. I'll prove it. So I'll start calling these calls. I mean, if you see crypto crash to these levels, you need to set your alerts because I'll be posting stuff as this happens. And if you see a flash crash, you guys need to take advantage of it, guys. There's very few times where it's either going to go to zero or it's going to go up from the flash crash. And I'm betting it's going back up because it was all of crypto. It wasn't just like a Terra Luna thing. So BNB, there is some people are saying it was like a error in the system. There's no error in the system. So big money manipulates, right? So ETFs, I've always said this, it's going to create the adoption of crypto, but what it's going to do is kind of destroy it at the same time. The liquidity falls different now. And with big money, just like stocks, the little guy is going to get smashed 99% of the time. So it went from a risky investment to a riskier investment with the ETFs. But if you're smart, it doesn't matter. You can make money in crypto. If you're here for the technology, ICP is the best crypto. If you're here for the money and you're smart, ICP is the best crypto. There's all these cryptos I could be leverage trading with right now. There's a reason I'm leverage trading with ICP. Because if you're smart, you're going to make money. And I'm going to show you how. It's really simple if you understand the support and the resistance levels and you understand the flash crash. Every time we've had one of these big crashes, I've caught it on the way up every time. Set your alerts. I will give you the time when we're going to make money. That's what I started the channel for. I told you I'm good at making money in crypto, and I want to share that with my people. And leverage might not be for you, but if you're buying ICP at $1.88 or $2.29 when I got in the leverage trade, if you're just spot trading at this time, you're going to be at $3.67 right now. That would have been a $1.50 gain. That's what, 75% gain in less than a week on all of your bags. So you need to set the alerts. You guys need to be watching this channel because I told you last time, I showed you this time. And we're going to keep doing it on the channel. Once caffeine is out for public, I will start building something cool for me and for my community. I love Caffeine AI. It's the best TEW I've ever seen. And this is actually in the Web 2 world as well. So let's go to some news, guys. I'm just excited. I made the biggest loss of my life I almost have 1,000 ICP again, liquid, which is pretty cool. I'm going to try to get back to that 1,000. But so, of course, we got the Caffeine AI getting ready to come out. But I did want to talk about CKBTC. So Bitcoin is now the dominant every crypto. So altcoins are not going to have the big runs that they used to in the same ways. Things have changed now, and I've seen the pattern break. I've seen what Bitcoin has done to altcoins this cycle, and we're going to wait till the end of it to come to our conclusion. But I'm going to have a detailed breakdown of what we should be expecting from crypto going forward for altcoins. Because I am an analyst. What I do is I take any information that I find, I analyze it, and then I study it, and then I come to a conclusion over time. And so that's what we're going to be doing here. And with internet computer tied to the biggest crypto out there with trillions of dollars, going into this crypto over time and the value of it being so much, the governments all around the world investing in Bitcoin. I'm looking for cryptos that are going to be tightly tied to Bitcoin. Now, we have seen ICP dump a lot because of that. But the good thing is the more integrated, because we just saw a new Ninja update. We saw a lot of things happen where a lot of Bitcoin came into the ICP eco, like millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. And so it's going to closer tie ICP to Bitcoin. So when it goes up, we get to go up with it more. So those are the things that I'm looking at to closely tie us with Bitcoin, to where we're not loosely tied and we only go up a little bit with Bitcoin and then we get smashed down like has been happening. The Bitcoin hammer is what happened and dumped the entire market. We've been talking about that for years. This is the channel that is going to tell you what's happening, because that's all I do. You might not see it, but at work, wherever I'm at, I'm a crypto guy through and through. And I'm good at it. So we're going to keep going right here. So Bitcoin is going to be worth tens of trillions of dollars over the next 10 years. So ICP has a 20-year roadmap. Those are the things that I'm looking at, right? Is this long-term, because I'm locking ICP away for the future. Like we have our nest egg, and then we're going to make money in ICP. It's inevitable. But Bitcoin is going to be that thing. I'm a Bitcoin renegade. Like this is what I created the foundation of my crypto trading in Bitcoin. And then I found ICP later. So this kind of thing is going to take ICP to the next level. CK Bitcoin is a token that represents Bitcoin on the internet computer, backed 1-to-1 by real Bitcoin. It moves in seconds though. So one of my biggest gripes about being a Bitcoin trader in the last bull market, it costs a lot of money to move my Bitcoin because I'm not holding it on no stupid exchange. And, just in case, probably going to take my stuff or someone hacks me and they take it or something happens, like we're going to cold storage. But it would be really long. Like Bitcoin went up to an all-time high of $69,000 in the last bull run. I wanted to sell it instantly. Well, I had to transfer it. That took time, and it took like 50, $100 off of my profit, and that pissed me off. And then I lost like 400 because it took so long to send. So I lost like 500, $1,000 on that just because of trying to sell it at the top. And I ended up selling it at like 60 some thousand instead of 69 when I wanted to, when I saw it. And so it moves in seconds, costing almost nothing to transfer, and can be held used directly by smart contracts. Now, we love the tech, but I'm a crypto trader. I got in crypto because I like to trade, and then I stayed for the tech. So I'm going to continue doing what I love to do, which is trading. And then also building on Caffeine AI, because that's something new that I love to do. So we making money over here because we understand crypto and the market moves quick. And when it's time to take profit, time counts. I lost $3,000 in Dogecoin that I could have sold because of that, because it took too long. And by the time I got it, it just dumped. And yeah, I was tired of that. And I found the internet computer. So it's for developers. CKBTC makes Bitcoin programmable. You can build DEXs, lending markets, and that's what really brought the liquidity into the market. You know what I mean? So this is the kind of thing that we're solid on ICP for. Now, volume, beautiful. Look at that, 114. Like, yes, we had the craziest crash that I've ever seen in my life. Wasn't expecting it. Lost a lot of money, but didn't give up. Like, take your losses on the chin, get up, try again. Like that's the only thing you can do at that point, right? It's either lose 167 more dollars or turn it into the biggest victory you have. So that's what we do on the Bitcoin Renegade channel. We get up from the ashes. I guess that's our theme over here, that we get knocked down and we get back up again every time. Just like ICP, I guess. We down 53% this year. That means we can go up 53% pretty quickly. So that's why I bought more ICP. I didn't wait for it to go to 350. I'm not getting liquidated. 372 is a really good price for ICP. I'm happy with that, to be honest with you. We got 114 million in volume. We did see testing of about 380-ish is what I saw. About 377 to 380. Yeah, I mean, looking bullish to me. I mean, worst that happens, we go to zero. Doubt that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But I know it's not gonna happen. But I mean, that's the worst that could happen, right? I just believe in it still. That's what I believe in. CKB, ICP. I'm going to be buying a lot of Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin in the next bear market, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep my ICP, going to keep my CKB by that in the bear market, but honestly, I'm going where the ETFs are at. That's where money is in crypto now, to be honest with you. The technology, hopefully ICP gets an ETF. That would be dope, because that's where the money is going to come from. And the closer it's tied to Bitcoin and the more ETFs Bitcoin has, the better for ICP too. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me just check my battery. We might have to dip soon. Okay, I'm at 20% still. Okay. You guys with me here, right? Okay, good. All right. So there was a bull flag on the 1 hour. And as soon as I got home, I had planned on taking profit out of that trade because I saw it go up to 377. I think I took profit at like 373. And we're at 368. Kind of glad I did that. Definitely put in another trade. We'll see if that gets filled. And then, but yeah, on the 1 hour, I was trading off the 1 hour. So we had this bull flag and it like broke out and then it went back under because as you see, I did it before the little weird thing over here. It was like a breakout, fake out. But this bull flag, I was like, yes, dude. And then it went exactly. I'll move it over to where it broke out. And I think it went exactly to my price target. But we had this bull flag. And I was like, yes, we're going up. Unless like the market does some weird crash again, which I doubt. But we had this bull flag. I know it looks weird like that. Hold on. There we go. See that bull pennant? Perfect bull pennant. Like right here. And then it broke out. And I was like, yes. And then I went to work. Or maybe that was yesterday. I don't remember when that was. But it broke out. And then went back down. Touched that exactly. And then boom, blasted off. And then if we move this over to where it actually broke out, I think it went right to my price target. So these are the things, guys, you need to be paying attention. Yeah. So it literally went almost exactly to the bull flag. Where did the bull? 380. 378. I mean, that's a really close. And then we have the bigger one. So that was the one from here to here. And then we had the bigger one that I was hoping maybe that one would even play out. Up to almost $4. So that was a pretty interesting little thing we have here. It looks bullish. Everything is looking, it looked like a bear flag at first. You know what I mean? A little bear flag, but I knew it's time to go up. And so the 1 hour was a beautiful, beautiful price target for me. Now, we keep seeing these ascending triangles, double bottom, dinosaur pattern on the daily or the 4 hour. Dinosaur, we got this whoop, leg, other leg, head. So I love these dinosaur patterns. They always go up. They do consolidate to a bull flag on this one. So a dinosaur to a bull flag, boom. So things are looking pretty bullish for ICP, in my opinion. It's only up from here, guys, in the bull market. The biggest crash ever. Definitely a trip, but I'm glad it happened. To be honest, it reset the market. I think the market needed to be reset. It sucks. I'm sorry if you lost money. But if you're a diehard degen, we've been holding strong for years. So we're just stacking the bags when it goes down. But now what do we see? Possible another ascending triangle on the daily. Let's get rid of these bull flags. What is happening next? Well, we do have some big news coming tomorrow. If that is, hawkish, we might have a little bit of a problem in the short term because Bitcoin. So, all right, guys, I'm bullish, but I'm also realistic. And I knew this dump could happen because Bitcoin being up so high. And we do have to realize when Bitcoin dumps, sorry, momentum of the altcoin market, you're done for. And so Bitcoin sitting at these almost all-time high levels scares me a little bit. And I knew that crash was possible. Not like that. Like I thought we'd dump down like maybe a little bit more. but not like it happened. I never thought that. But I did think, when Bitcoin dumps, that there's a possible, and that was a risk I was willing to take. And so Bitcoin being at these high levels, Ethereum being so high with all the other altcoins except BNB, it's it's crazy. It's up 7% on the week. There's nothing else up on the week. I mean, hardly, except like stable coins, right? And well, this just had some big news right now. I'm not sure how BitTensor is up, or Zcash. Well, Zcash has been cracking. So it was up before the dump. And I think this might have been up before the dump. 24 hours up 11%. But everything else crashed, right? Basically, everything. A sea of red, right? Not Binance, not BNB, the source of all the problems. The glitch only affected everything but BNB, right? It was a glitch, and it didn't affect BNB at all. So yeah, I'm going to invest in BNB, a scam coin, because they can manipulate and control the price. We appreciate that over here at ICP. Thanks for dumping our token and keeping yours intact. We do appreciate that. 11.54 billion. Yeah. Look at that. What did we go to? Not even the price. Look at this. This 1,000. It was literally like that 2 weeks ago. I was watching BNB at $900. $900. September. I've been watching BNB. And you're telling me the biggest crash in crypto history didn't even put it to the price it was a month ago? Really? The biggest crash in history. The most ever liquidated. That's the biggest scam I've ever seen in my life. Binance is behind this. CZ needs to go to prison again. That's all there is to it. He's a scam artist. But what I think is, I think the government is in on it with him. So I think there's been pressure from governments on him and probably threatening him with jail time to manipulate the market and and he wouldn't manipulate BNB, right? So if I was a scammer and I got approached and I got blackmailed by governments that have the power to destroy me, kind of have no choice, right? You got to do it. But they probably made an agreement. I'm not going to crash BNB though. So is it Trump? Is it China? Who knows? Or is it like politicians? Is it not the government? Is it just politicians that run the government? People that buy the politicians? It's something like that for sure. I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I'm also not stupid. And I look at the evidence over just random rumors. And the evidence is Coinbase transferred a lot of crypto over there. There was crypto that moved to other exchanges as well. And this was a planned, coordinated event all at once. This wasn't just some random liquidity drop. Oh my God, it slewed cascading liquidity down to the bottom. Crypto and most altcoins were already down. There was no liquidity down there. There's no liquidity at $1 for ICP. There's no liquidity at a penny for Atom. There is no liquidity down there. So all of that saying, oh, it was just a tumbling cascade of liquidity that dropped the price like that. Absolutely not. That's not how the facts work. That's not how crypto works. It goes until there would be buy orders that triggered. Yes, it would cause it to cascade, but not like that. Not to a penny and zero on some, right? Because there's still liquidity in the market. They're not taking all the liquidity. If you look how much liquidity was taken, it wasn't all of it. So that argument is weak. How much liquidity should have dropped the price only to where those shorts got fulfilled and got taken out at, right? And where all those longs got wrecked. So it saying that is the case, BNB also would have had that cascading effect. it would have dropped BNB to pre-$900 prices where the liquidity was. So you have to think of that. It would have chased every scrap of liquidity. It would have dropped the price of BNB to probably $600. That's where BNB should have dropped. If I'm looking, let's go look. It should have dropped to $600 because that is the major part of the liquidity for BNB. This is BS, guys. Like it irks me because this is the biggest scam in crypto history. This is bigger than FTX. They just did it legally this time. They stole your money legally. Look at this. We had the biggest crash in crypto history. Can you tell? I can't. That looks super bullish to me. But let's look at $600 right here. $850. Really? If it was chasing liquidity, it would not have bounced off of the EMA 21. It would have went right to the bottom here at 544. That's what would have happened, if not lower, because we saw every other crypto go lower. So it probably would have went maybe even $300 if it wasn't a scam. Like, to be honest with you, we should have seen this thing at like $400, but at least 544 is where and it went to 850. So we were just here a couple of weeks ago. Is that what you're saying, that the biggest crash in history only dropped it to what it was a couple of weeks ago? Okay, whatever, dude. Makes me hate BNB now. CZ's a scammer. Look at that. That's what it should be. We should have seen it go to lows, not highs. And now at what? Being at an all-time high? Wait, hold on. Is BNB at an all-time high right now? Okay. Are we at an all-time high with BNB right now? Let's just go to the weekly. And then let's go back. See, this is where it should have went. 659 at least. Last bull market high. We should not have only went to 850. This is a scam. 100% a scam. Because Binance controls the market. It ain't going to dump its own crypto. They sold off everything else but BNB. And it's at the biggest high it's ever been when the rest of the market just tanked higher than it's ever tanked before. I mean, someone's got to give us justice. They stole $19 billion just in liquidations. So anybody who thought, oh, crypto is done for, no, that was a scam. We got scammed. It happens in crypto sometimes. But then you make a lot of money when they scam us. You just take their money. They're going to short it. We're going long it. We're going to make money. But this is a big area of a downtrend here. I think we're going to be breaking this very soon because we only have to go to about 420 to break that. So, yeah, things are looking good, guys. I'm super bullish on ICP. I'm super bullish on CKB. Oh, we got another 120. Nice. Or 108. 1,800. God, I can't speak right now. Okay. Yeah, keep that spot ICP for sure. Yo, red. All right, he got 200. That's the way to go. Oh yeah. We gonna be here live. We ain't going nowhere. You can't scare us out the market. 2x speed. Conspiracy guy. Hey, and I do appreciate a good conspiracy. But I'm not really I don't believe in a lot of conspiracies, but I'm a data guy. Like if the data makes sense, let's have a conspiracy because the data makes sense. And so I look at patterns. That's exactly how I determine everything that I do in crypto and in life. I'm a patterns guy. And so when I see a pattern like that, yeah, I'm investing in BNB because it's a scam to the upside. It's a scam to the upside. So let's wait for it to go down, and then Binance controls the market. So we buy in BNB too. BNB, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Bitcoin, ICP, CKB. That's it. Nothing else. Yeah, good evening, yo, and good morning. All right, guys, that's about all I'm gonna have for tonight. My computer's almost dead. Need to charge that. So we're gonna be back on Friday for a CKB video, guys. We're going to Bitcoin mining disrupt in Dallas. So it's not just for CKB; it's a Bitcoin mining event. We're gonna be networking. If you guys haven't seen Renegade tokens up 50%, Kraken with ICP going up. So guys, and I'm building some cool stuff with Caffeine AI for Renegade. It's just I have a few bugs that are very hard to work out. So hopefully there will be some Caffeine AI support pretty soon. The only things that are hard are the backend integration of the ICP ledger and then APIs. And if I can get those two things with the backend integration of the ICP ledger, I already have a functioning payment processing center. I also just need the wallet to integrate into the back end. And then I'm going to have a whole minting platform for some tokens, STK tokens. We're going to implement some swap trading in my Renegarden. So if you guys know, Renegade is on ICP swap. We haven't abandoned the project, always stealthily working behind the scenes. We ran into a lot of crappy developers that didn't fulfill what they were supposed to, even though we paid some of them that did nothing for us. Gave them, I think, like 50K Renegade. I don't know what we gave them, a couple million, and they did nothing for us. Gave them access to the GitHub, but now I'm gonna do it with Caffeine AI. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get some stuff going, and we're gonna make a lot of money together. So I don't know. It has been a weird bear market in the bull market. That's just because the ETFs, though. So we're going to see one more massive pump in all of my calculations, guys. We're going to see ICP at $20 again. Are we going to 50 now after this crazy thing? I don't know. I know we're going to 21 in everything that I believe. So that's why I bought a bunch of ICP. I'm still going to be leverage trading. If I lose that, we're not putting more ICP into it. So we'll just hold that. Maybe I'll throw some more cash, like $100 every now and again, into some leverage trading. But if you're going to trade leverage, be careful. Buy ICP at under $4 all the time. Bear market like a year for ICP, near render, fetch AI, and many other alts. It's a different market because this is all the psychological thing. It's to break you, to get you to sell at these low prices. Then they'll pump the price up on you after they take all your money, and that's what they try to do to me. They try to take all my money out and then say, "Okay, now we can go up after we took all your money." And I said, "Well, not this time." And I want you all to succeed with me. It's not cocky. I'm not trying to be cocky. I want us to make money as a community. You guys are smart, and you are. This is why. This is why right here, because you guys are smart as well. But we all need to get together at those times and be like, okay, maybe a leverage trade might not be risky. Let's throw, what did I throw? $167 and I turned it into 2,800. So maybe sometimes instead of buying $100 worth of lottery tickets, throwing $100 on the leverage, because it's the same thing. You're risking everything to gain a bunch, and you might win, you might lose. So, all right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP.